Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Beyond the Gate. I am the host, Dustman, and we're here with another special guest from the Midwest Nationals. Yeah, it's been a while. You know, we got quite a few episodes from the Midwest Nationals, so we got another one of our riders. We just had her brother on last weekend, so let's learn about his sister. So, where are you from?
I am from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and we moved down to Michigan for a job opportunity. My dad got a job opportunity for Tesla, and we came down. I think I was 8 years old.
8 years old?
I think. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe 7. Maybe around that.
Okay. So that's pretty cool that you guys came from Ontario and went down there and like, well, I learned a little bit more, you know, cause from your brother. So like, well, let's start off with how old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
12 years old.
Yeah.
And what class are you? Or you're a girl, obviously, 12-year-old girl expert. And how fast did you go through the novice class? Do you remember?
Novice class, I think it took me a lot longer than intermediate, but I think it was pretty long actually. I think probably like a year.
Really?
Probably, because I was like just not really going to a bunch of races, just going to like a local maybe once 2 weeks or so.
Right. So just because you weren't racing very much?
Yeah.
Okay. So that makes sense. So let's see. So what was your favorite thing about when you first started racing BMX?
Well, probably just like hanging out with people, just like kind of connecting with everyone.
Yeah.
And then going out on the track and just having fun. It's fun to just practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, get your gait down pat. That took me a while. But it's fun.
Well, that's good. That's I honestly like friends is like probably one of the best benefits. Like like I was just telling your brother, like your friends that you meet around the world are awesome. So
yeah.
It's not very many sports you get to meet people from all across the United States and over the world, you know. So that's really special. So what about your first bike? Do you remember what kind of first bike you were riding?
I think so. It was a blue Haro bike, and it was. I think that's all I can really remember about it.
The blue Haro?
Yeah, blue Haro, like a deep blue Haro.
Nice. I started on a Huffy from Walmart.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So like I definitely had came from the bottom of the barrel. But we did pretty good, you know. I did pretty good. I ended up getting a pretty good bike, you know, but it's really good to start from when you're really young, you know. So did you ride your bike at all before you started racing at all?
I was actually really good on my bike before I started racing. I was like really young when I took off my training wheels on my little like pink princess bike. So yeah, I could ride definitely before I actually started BMX.
Yeah.
And then my brother got me.
I was gonna say, did your brother race before you then?
Yeah, he started racing. I think he was 6 years old, and it was at a Milton BMX track. I think it was Milton BMX.
Yeah.
And he raced, and on the first jump, he crashed really hard. And my mom was like, "We're never doing this again."
Yeah.
And then my dad went and bought him a bunch of expensive gear, spent like $500 on gear, and then we were like, "Okay, now he's gonna do that." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll try it."
Yep.
So,
just wrap him in bubble wrap, and he's all right.
Yeah, pretty much.
So how long did he race before you started then? About a year, you say? More than that?
Probably like a couple months. Probably
couple
like
months?
3 months.
Oh, okay. So it was really quick, huh? You're like, all right, well, he's out there. Time to wrap me up in bubble wrap and take me out.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So did you start in Ontario as well?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
It was Milton. I think Milton was like the first time I ever rode a BMX bike on a BMX.
That's awesome. I've never got to go to Canada. I really need to. Some of them tracks are really cool.
Yeah.
And they got a lot of really cool places to go see.
Yeah.
So do you remember anything about Canada?
Yeah.
What was your favorite part about Canada?
Probably our house. Our house was a really cool house.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like our neighborhood. It was a cool neighborhood. I had a bunch of friends there. And then probably like always like when I used to wake up, I used to jump in the pool, and then I used to go ride on my bike, like around back and forth. I'd go like probably to that tree, and then my dad was like, "Okay, come back now, come back." And then I go back and forth. So
that's funny. That's cool. So that's good. So you've been at a lot of tracks. What's your favorite track so far that you've been to?
So, Derby City.
Derby
Definitely
City?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's what your brother said too. He likes Derby City.
I love it.
So what's your favorite thing about Derby City? What makes that your favorite track?
Probably the first turn. The first turn, because there's a lot of, like, you can make a lot of moves in that first turn.
Mm-hmm.
And probably, like, from the first turn to, like, the second turn. That's,
Yeah.
like, those are the good spots.
Super roomy, huh?
Yeah.
Like you could make it, yeah, you could drive a semi through there.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. I really like Derby City. I honestly like a lot of the big hills.
Yeah.
I didn't like them at first, but it took me a bit. And once I got used to it, I really like it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like pedaling very much. So that big hill helps.
Yeah, yeah.
So have you learned how to jump and everything like that yet?
Well, I'm kind of easing into jumping. I've been jumping, like, the table on third straight here, going into the turn or something.
Yep.
I'm not really sure. But, yeah, I'm not really manualing. Manualing I haven't really done yet, but I've been thinking about, like, just going, like, my home track and just trying to manual a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But jumping, kind of been jumping a little bit more than often. I never jumped in my races ever, but, like, this weekend I have to.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good. This track is definitely good for you to be able to, like, jump on certain things. Like, even Cam, like, he's 7-inner, and I tell him, like, to stay on the ground and go fast, but he don't. He jumps because there's stuff that you can jump here. So, I mean, but that's, again, I gotta remember, you gotta have fun, you know. So if you're not having fun out there, you're not gonna go fast anyway. So that's important. And so, like, when you're gonna be going to, like, pro, you know, we all want to go pro. And so, like, there obviously, like, when I was younger, like, you didn't really have to jump, like, pro sets, and, like, the big hills weren't, like, around like that. So, like, what do you, like, do to prepare yourself for, like, to learn how to, like, do all that stuff that the pro women do?
Well, that's pretty tough. Probably just, like, kind of watching more pros, like, what they do on, like, a hard spot, like, for example, like the first roller, like what to do on the first roller,
Right.
What is it, like bunny hop it, or like just like, I don't know.
Yeah, so just watching them.
watching.
Yeah, so watching them, that's good. That is actually, you know, I like watching and like I go to the Grams, and, like, if somebody's, like, hitting the pro set before, like, I haven't hit the pro set yet, like, I'd love to see somebody hit it before me.
Yeah, same.
So like, I want to know how it looks, you know. So like, that
totally.
definitely makes 100% sense. I know exactly what you mean. So, like, yeah, you guys, even the young riders and novice riders, just watch. All you gotta do is watch and try to mimic what they're doing. That helps a lot, huh?
And even watching my brother, I could just try and mimic what he's doing, like, for, like, jumping.
Yeah, and so that, I wanted to touch on that as well. So, like, what has, like, riding with your brother, how has that affected your racing at all? Like, how did that make you better? Because I know it has made you better.
Yeah. Definitely, he's a really good jumper. So I've really picked up on, like, the way he jumps. So that's one thing that I definitely picked up on. The jumping. He jumps really well, so that's really what I, like, watch. I really watch, like, and he's really good at, like, making turn moves.
Right. Is he nice to you, though, when you're teaching? He better be nice. I'll beat him up.
Yeah.
I'll have to come and get him. So yeah, teaching you, that's good. That's what we should do. So that way you guys could push each other, you know, because you never know. You could probably learn how to manual better than him.
Soon.
Yeah. So we're gonna get her manual better than you, and then you guys can start pushing each other more.
Oh yeah.
Because that's definitely what I always say on this. Like, you are who you ride with.
Yeah.
So, like, you literally are an image of who you ride with. So if you ride with, like, say, Barry Nobles every day, you're gonna ride like him every day. You know, you're gonna ride like him eventually.
Yeah.
So riding with your brother is gonna make you ride like him, and that's good because he's a really good rider.
Yeah.
So what has BMX taught you so far? Like, from, you know, growing up in it. So what has it taught you, like, in life?
Definitely. Well, in life, like. Well, for me, like, the fastest rider has always been, like, if you're like the fastest rider but you don't have great turn moves, you're probably get passed.
Yeah.
But if you're a fast rider with good turn moves and really good moves on straights, then you're gonna take them. So it's just not always the faster rider wins.
Right.
Sometimes the one with the better moves.
Yeah. So basically, it's like the smarts.
Yeah.
So like, it's not necessarily the fastest rider that's gonna win. It's the person that can have the best smarts around the track. And that's the same thing with real life, you know, in our everyday world, you know, it's not always the person that is the best at the job, you know, it's probably the person that's the smartest at the job, you know. Maybe the person, you know, isn't as good, but he's not as smart. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that can go over into life as well. So like, as well as her, she don't quit either. Like her brother, we were touching on that. That's another life thing that you guys, and I've noticed that you guys don't quit.
No.
So like, even if they're behind, it does not matter. They're never gonna stop.
Yeah, especially on this track because it's a long finish line. If I'm in 6th place, I'm still gonna pedal my butt off. Even if I'm in 1st place by 5 straights, I'm still gonna pedal my butt off. I'm still gonna push my bike. I'm still gonna pedal.
And working all the way to the end of the finish line helps
a lot of people
a lot. So that right there, do not quit until it is over. Right? That's good. Because I've seen a lot of people this weekend just shut it down on the tabletop, and Dylan was one of them that just kind of like let it go. But that's all right. I mean, sometimes that happens. Sometimes, as long as it's in the first round. If it's in the first round, all right, we'll deal with that. But if it's in the second round or semis, you better go home and rethink your your strategy. So, what has been your favorite bike so far?
Most definitely, probably the last bike I had, the bike I had before this one. It was a white Orca bike, and it had like these little light blue stripes.
Okay, so it was the paint.
Yeah,
you like the paint.
I did, and it felt nice.
But I like the Orcas. I was thinking about getting one. I think it was a couple years ago when they first came out with them.
They're really nice bikes.
They are nice. I do like them a lot.
Yeah. I think this is the newest one. I think we got this one at Grant.
Yeah.
So this is one of the newer ones.
So Orca, check them out.
Really nice. I think they stopped making those.
Really?
I think so.
Oh yeah. Dave. Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to him. I'm gonna see if he can get me one. But yeah. So your favorite bike is it was because of the paint job.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, we all gotta look flashy, you know.
But this one's really nice too.
Yeah, it is. It matches the jersey and all that, you know. So your first NAG number, was it NAG 14 this year?
Yes, it was. Yep, I worked so hard for it, and during the grand semifinals, I was going into the turn in a good first, second place.
Yeah.
And it was like 5 wide going into the turn, and someone just hit my side, and I went right down.
Oh wow!
And I kind of almost hit a plant.
Yeah.
So that was like, it was insane to be in almost first place.
Oh my, yeah, I bet.
And then getting NAG 14 was just amazing.
Yeah, that's just, I remember my first NAG number, and like I said, like to your brother, it took me forever to get a NAG number.
Yeah.
My dad always knew I could be a NAG number like rider, but I never went to nationals like that.
Yeah.
So like getting my first one was like so amazing. Like, so I know how you feel. And well, before, like, they did only NAG top 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the first time my dad ever sent me to nationals, I was like 13, and like he was like, all right, we'll send you around, right? So I went, and I ended up being NAG 11.
Wow.
Yeah, so I didn't even get a plate. It was like, oh my gosh. But, you know, it made my next plate when I did get it that much better, you know. So NAG 14, that is awesome.
Yeah.
And then what about cruiser? You don't race cruiser, do you?
No.
I didn't think so. Your brother does all that. Yeah. So open, you do the mixed open. Yeah. So did you race mixed open at Grands?
Yes, I did. And
so I was just gonna say, is mixed open a lot harder at Grands, or is it like?
Yeah, probably. And it was the biggest class of the weekend. I think it was 106 riders.
Yeah.
And I think I ended up in 6th.
And you got like a bunch of sandbaggers in there, right?
Yeah.
So like the sandbag open class.
Yeah.
It's sandbaggers and girls. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And then you got like maybe a few novices mixed in there, but it's mostly sandbaggers, especially at the Grands. So you got like, it's definitely the sandbag open class. So she got 6th place, and that was last year at Grands. Like I said, you can go back and look at that online. You know, go back on YouTube and check that out. You can go watch the races at Grands. So, what has been your favorite thing about being on RIP so far this year?
Well, it's just probably connecting with all the people on the team because everyone's a really nice like person on the team.
Yeah.
And connecting with all the kids on the team
Right.
and everything. And
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really great team. I like this team a lot.
Making new friends, huh?
Yeah,
for sure. That's it right there.
Yeah.
And then us building each other up,
Yeah.
being there, helping out, all that stuff. So I like having you guys on my team, definitely for sure. You guys are awesome riders. You guys do great things. You guys are awesome to all my other kids, you know. So you guys are what makes RIP BMX. So
Oh,
I appreciate
thank
you
you.
guys for sure. I appreciate you coming. You got anybody you want to thank?
Definitely my mom, my dad, my dog Lola, and then definitely Zoria.
Gotta make sure Lola's watching.
Yep. Oh yeah. You better be watching Lola.
So yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you guys, like I said, your family is awesome.
Thank you.
You guys are more than I could expect. You know, I couldn't ask for any more. You know, so thank you guys. We'll see you guys Wednesday, and we'll see you guys at the races.